It's the JT Cho Show!
Jiraiya was a bullfrog. Is yours open?
No, I just opened it.
Barely cold, just like I love them.
It's fresh out of the freezer. What number is this?
166 of the JT Show.
166?
166.
We're doing good. Been a full-time member for what, about 60-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right around the hundreds.
Yeah. Who you got for birthdays?
I'd love to get a tally. So when you hit your 100th episode,
We'll do a specialty episode.
So it's his 72nd birthday today. Born in Detroit, Michigan. Played for the San Antonio Spurs. Nicknamed the Iceman. It is George Gervin's birthday.
Oh, shit. Interesting. How old is he? 72?
72.
It's not so bad.
The Iceman.
My guy is from the Bronx. He's also in his 70s. He turned 76 today. Frank Abagnale Jr. You know who that is?
The name's awfully familiar.
You're going to know exactly who it is when I say it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the guy they made the movie Catch Me If You Can after.
Okay.
Yeah, so Leo's Catch Me If You Can guy, the forging the checks and all that shit, that's the real life guy. He only served 2 years.
Wow.
For all the shit he done. He was charged with, it was kind of weird. I looked it up after watching it for the first time in a while. Just because I wanted to know all the shit that he was convicted of. Mm-hmm. And he claimed that he forged over $5 million worth of checks. But they only found I think it was $750,000 worth. Or something like that. Which is still a lot. Yeah. But nowhere near as much as he was caught for. Which is crazy because now he's it was, $5 million or whatever
now
he
can
says.
Talk about it.
Yeah, now we can talk about it. He already did his time, which is nuts that he stole $750,000 and only did 2 years.
That's wild.
I'm sure he has to pay that back through something. I'm sure they're just like the guy with the Fire Festival thing. He's got to pay back his debts. I'm sure he ended up having to pay his shit back. It's probably already paid off by now because that was fucking decades ago.
Not the Fire Fest, but
no, not the Fire Fest. Yeah, Frank's.
Yeah.
But yeah, he actually did a bunch of the pilot thing was real, 100%. Mm-hmm. He just bought a pilot uniform from somewhere and stole some guy's fucking badge. Mm-hmm. And would just go through and fake these checks, and he would just ride in the jumper seats and fly around the country and fuck stewardess and rack up fucking big ass hotel bills and charge it to fucking United or whoever the fuck he was doing. Yeah, crazy, fucking legend.
Yeah,
nuts.
He got away with it.
He started in high school. Mm-hmm. He was forging his mom's signature. Mm-hmm. To get out of class and shit, and then go bet or something. I can't remember what he was doing. He was playing dice or something.
Gambling.
Yeah, he was gambling something when he was 14, 15. But he said he would do his mom's signature because his dad's was too hard to copy because his dad was also kind of a fucking sleazeball. Yeah. So he made his signature all fucking weird, so it was hard to copy. But his mom's, he said, was all nice and bubbly.
That's funny.
So it was way easier to copy. And he said his dad tipped the cap to him for picking his mom's name because obviously that was the one to choose. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. He's a crazy fucking dude. Yeah. Did a lot of wild, crazy shit. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right through my Google research, I think the ending when he was caught up in France or Paris or whatever in that factory making a bunch of checks, I think that was legit. Yeah. He rented out some factory for 3 weeks and was just printing thousands of fucking checks. Yeah. Fucking crazy. I could never imagine.
The rush.
I get a rush when I fluff my ball up playing golf.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine stealing millions of dollars from the government.
It's I saw
banks, I guess.
I saw a docuseries on a guy describing how they printed money, and that his son took some of that money and then got hit by a car and just had bills flying everywhere in the street, and he was just yeah, that was crazy.
His son stole money and then was hit by a car and
had a yard sale. On his way out. The
money. He robbed it, ran out,
just got hit by a car. It wasn't
and cash just went.
Yeah.
That seems like a Scooby-Doo movie or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I got caught.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
dude.
he would just
that's some Scooby-Doo plotline shit.
Yeah.
That's 100% what that is.
100%.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the Mystery Machine.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick shirt. I didn't even know you had that. Is that new?
Kind of new, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in the back of the truck for like 2 months.
Oh, just chilling there.
Bought it from Cracker Barrel.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
I went to Cracker Barrel one morning.
Looks like it's decent material too. Like it doesn't look like the cheap material.
It's
like,
alright.
It's not like the nice, but it's definitely not the cheap.
It's the mids.
It's the mids. For
I just
sure.
like it that it's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's nice. Mystery Machine. Is there any of the characters in the? Oh yeah, they're outlined in the car. Okay.
Yeah. It would have been more money if they would have been filled in.
You could always color them in yourself.
I'm not going to.
NFL draft.
Yes.
That's going on right now. By the time this is out, it'll be well over. How do you feel about who you have so far?
So first things first, I have to say there's a Packers fan at the draft, and we had the 25th pick.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the Packers, and we've had this conversation before, but
Yeah.
we have the youngest receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
I think the average age of a player is 23 for the wide receivers. First I thought, we're going to get Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon this year, but Aaron Jones left. Josh Jacobs was added, so now we still have a good two-back system.
Yeah.
We have receivers. We have a quarterback. The only people that we lost a couple linemen, including Bakhtiari. I don't know where you're going to end up, but
He's still a free agent, huh?
yeah.
I'll take him in a heartbeat.
And so Bakhtiari leaving, and then Simone Biles' husband, who said he's more popular than she is, but I don't know what his name is anymore.
I can't remember.
He went to
He's in Chicago, right?
He went to the Bears.
Yeah.
So realistically, yes, we can add some DBs. Yes, we can add some linebackers, and yes, we can have some offensive tackles. And they drafted Jordan Morgan from Arizona, 25th overall for their first round draft pick. I thought it was a fantastic pick. Protect Jordan Love. And there's some Packer fan that was like, no. And I was like, he's just trying to be a meme, dude. That's a great pick. Usually, 3 years ago, I was like, why the fuck did you draft a quarterback? Well, we now know. We now know why.
Yeah.
So second round, we got a linebacker from Texas A&M. And I was like, great. Got some more defensive players, some young guns. And then we did take a safety from Georgia. So, again, adding to the DB. So, realistically, we're in a good spot. We had 8 picks from the start of the morning today. I don't know if we took all 8, but, that's a lot of picks to have.
Yeah, probably traded for next year or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, with Caleb Williams and the number 2 arguably good receiver in the draft, they both went to the Bears.
Yep.
The Lions are locking down on defense. They just released. Who got released that was wanted for domestic violence from the Lions? He was a corner.
Slay?
No.
Slay.
No.
It was someone that was good though.
Yeah. So
Pepper was kind of upset, but not really.
So at Ford Field, there were 2 dead bodies in 2 months found at Ford Field. One went reported. The other was found in the water filtration area, and it supposedly was eaten, had bite marks out of it. So this is all going on at the same time that this dude's avoiding the police, and the Lions have been hey, you should turn yourself in. You shouldn't run from the cops anymore.
Cam Sutton.
So they got.
And he was released from jail on April 1st.
Yeah. So the Lions picked up a cornerback from Alabama, so they're locking down on defense, and then the Vikings got JJ. And
I think that's huge.
And people are talking shit already, but I think JJ's a good quarterback. And I think there's some quarterbacks that are good, but their systems are failing them.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that just get into a system and just evolve within the system. Kind of like Tom Brady, he had a whole team built around another quarterback. That quarterback went down, and he just flourished from that one
Stepped right into those shoes and made his own.
You've got, I had to write it down, you got Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jettas, and then you got Aaron Jones as your back. Mm-hmm. That's a good system. You got a young head coach.
They have a good O-line, too. Their O-line hasn't really changed much in the last, 3-ish years. And
yeah.
It's just been pretty good. Nothing great. Obviously, there's a couple games Kirk Cousins was getting his shit handed to him, but
yeah,
their defense is fucking solid. Their O-line's solid. They're one of the better, if not the best, wide receiver core in the league. I mean, they just drafted a guy that's pretty good too, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah, they just drafted a guy that was pretty decent too. I think it was one of the LSU guys. Anyway, yeah, if I were a quarterback going into this year's draft, I think JJ is in the best spot to succeed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another guy that's going to start as a rookie early this year and have as much success.
Yeah.
I think there might be guys that get thrown in later, like let's say fucking Kirk Cousins, isn't doing well, so they throw in their rookie. Maybe he has some pretty good success there. I don't know if he's going to have
why'd you
good
make Kirk
success.
180 if you drafted?
Dude, that's the $1 million question, dude. The $180 million question.
So I don't know who was arguing or who made the pick because I haven't heard it from a reliable source yet.
Yeah.
But the owner and the GM were face to face right after that pick.
Yeah.
So somebody made a dumb
I think
call.
he was trying to explain it, and maybe they sent the wrong name down or something. But I don't know. That'd be such a huge blunder.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, JJ is in the best spot, I think, for a young quarterback to be in. I don't know another team that would be better to step on right now as a young quarterback. If you want playing time up front and good targets to throw to, I don't think there's a better team.
No, the only other team you could probably argue would be.
I mean, I guess kind of the Bears right now, just because they kind of built around Caleb, but because they just signed they have DJ Moore.
I was gonna say the Texans.
They have Keenan Allen, and then they just drafted that fucking LSU guy. Mm-hmm. So that's a really good spot to go into.
Yeah, they also. The Texans. They have Nico Collins. They have.
The Texans look great, but they have Shroud though. So there's
Well, yeah. I'm just saying you're not going to start over Shroud.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. This year to go into a system and start and JJ has the best tools to succeed this year for sure out of any other rookie other than maybe Caleb Williams.
You could argue maybe the Bucks because did they sign
Baker's there again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. They signed him to a 3-year deal or something.
Good for
I can't
him.
remember.
Good
yeah,
for
he's making $35 a year, which is pretty good.
Good for him.
But yeah, the Patriots did some fucking cool things this draft. I really enjoyed it. We went basically all offense, which is what we fucking needed. We didn't really need help on defense. We just needed our guys to be healthy. Mm-hmm. We lost a lot of games outright, but there were a lot of games we were within one score and then whole different record. Mm-hmm. I think our first 4 weeks we lost by a combined total of 5 points. And one of them was against the Eagles. So we played all right on defense. The offense wasn't quite there. Anyways, we got Drake May, 6'4", 225 out of North Carolina. That's exactly what you want out of a quarterback. It's the height and weight of a pocket passer. That's the fucking guy. Jalen Polk, the Washington's wide receiver. Mm-hmm. He's a big boy, 6'1", 203. We got an offensive tackle out of Penn State, Caden Wallace. Guard out of Texas A&M, Layden Robinson, 315 pounds. Goddamn, that's a big boy. Another wide receiver out of UCF, Javon Baker. DB out of South Carolina. And Joe Milton, 6'5", 235. We got him late. 6th round, 193.
From Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Yeah, he started at
Fell
Michigan.
to the 6th round.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought he was way better. Oh, and then we got the Florida State's tight end.
He played
Jaheim Bell.
he started 3 games for Michigan.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then he just overthrew the ball a lot.
Yeah, I'd probably give our draft grade probably a B+ altogether.
I'll just give mine a solid B because you got everything you needed.
Yeah, I mean we addressed the elephant in the room, the fucking quarterback issue, the wide receiver issue should be taken care of now. Maybe we sign one more guy. Maybe we try to go get Brandon Ayuk and give up a fucking 2nd and 3rd or something like that. But yeah, I'm happy. Drake May says he's going to be rocking number 10. But who knows? We've got a little quarterback controversy. Bailey Zapp's still there. Fucking Joe Milton III is fucking rocking out there. So we'll see. One of them's going to the practice squad. And I think it would be hilarious if Zapp just like lost his roster spot and had to play on the practice squad for half the season or whatever.
Yeah.
We just rolled with 2 rookies going in and split time, just like fucking, Brady in Michigan his senior year or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy. They just like shift drives or whatever.
Or like games.
Yeah, because they're like 2 completely different quarterbacks.
Quarters.
Like Drake May's athletic, but he's not as fast as Milton.
Yeah.
And I think Milton's got a stronger arm too. I don't know. We'll see. It's a good time to be a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have a top 10 pick next year. But if
nice
we
to have
if
it.
we do have another top 10 pick in the near future, I hope it's like 3 years from now, and hopefully we're drafting someone with the last name Manning.
Yeah.
Because I would love that. I think it'd be hilarious.
Already given up on Drake May.
No, but I mean, if he doesn't win us a Super Bowl in 3 years,
Why not?
why not? Why not fucking go for the man?
You're ungrateful.
Ungrateful, my ass.
You've had.
I cherished all 6 of those Super Bowls, all 22 of those years.
I've seen 2 in my lifetime.
There's been 3 in your lifetime for you. You haven't?
What?
Hasn't there been 3?
2.
Just 2?
Mm-hmm. 96 with Brett Favre.
Against the
2011 with Aaron Rodgers.
Patriots? Oh,
That's it.
You're right.
The Packers went back-to-back Super Bowls. They lost against the.
that's right.
They lost against
Denver.
Denver. And
Yeah,
Denver
that's
went
right, that's
back-to-back. And then Aaron Rodgers failed to make it past that NFC Championship game after 2011.
That would have been a great year for it.
Yeah.
That would have been the best year, and if you guys would have won that one, it would have been a fucking something to hold over my head forever, but you guys couldn't even get there.
I mean, the good thing about the Packers is, like, this was supposed to be our down year.
Yeah.
We were competitive in
Very competitive.
80% of the game.
That's how I felt Mac Jones' rookie year, because we went like 11-5 or something. Like, we didn't win the division, but we went 11-5 or 10-6 or whatever the fuck it was. Like, it's a good fucking year. Like, I'm okay with 10 wins. Double-digit wins, you're fine.
Most of the time when I watch the Patriots, I would say, man, they got a good defense, and then nothing to do with you guys would get the ball and be like, what do we do with this?
Well, I think Bill Belichick's issue after Brady left is I think not that he expected too much out of quarterbacks, but like he always says that you're a professional quarterback. You need to make those reads. Like even listening to him talk with Pat McAfee was kind of fucking interesting. He talked about Drake May, and he was like, yeah, he's a good college quarterback. I don't know if he's ready for the NFL. And he was looking at some of the highlights. He's like, I've seen his tape, and he's like, see right there was a little window. And he had a couple feet, and that's about as open as they're going to get in the NFL. So you just got to throw that ball. You're not going to get 8 feet open in the NFL. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, so you got to just like commit and finish those throws. And I was like, damn, that's so smart. Because he missed the guy that was like wide open and ended up getting sacked. But he's like, he should have just pulled the trigger right there and thrown it where only his guy could get it and let his guy make a play.
Right.
And yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing Bill do that. But anyways, I think Bill, I think he expected too much. I don't think Mac Jones was the perfect person to come in after Brady and be like the savior or whatever.
Yeah.
I was stoked on Mac. Bama guy.
Bama.
And I thought he was going to be pretty good, but maybe we weren't the right fit for him. Maybe he takes Trevor Lawrence's spot, and Trevor Lawrence is the biggest bust of all time. Just super mediocre for 5 years, and then Mac Jones stole his spot.
Just get in college and...
Yeah, just another Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
Just a guy that was, supposed to be the greatest ever, and now he's nothing.
I haven't lost a game since high school, and
He didn't lose it. He only lost one game in college. That was it.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the natties or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he won
I
all
think
of his
it was
other bowl
Bama.
games. Yeah, he won all his other bowl games. He won a natty. He, did everything else he could fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, he was the fucking man.
He's been through 2 coaches?
I think so. At least 2, because old fucking lawsuit boy was there. He was the one that drafted him,
OSU.
right? Yeah, the OSU guy was the one that drafted him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've had at least one since then.
The guy from the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think he's still there.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Doug
Doug
Peterson? Yeah. Yeah, so this is second. He's on his second coach
We
now.
were thinking of Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, that's the guy. Yeah, lawsuit boy.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything about you.
I don't like him.
I don't know anything about it. I don't watch enough college football. I'm working on getting my way up there, but
I don't like him.
speaking of draft, last time we talked after I told you I was going to look into some old school trades on draft day and see like what it panned out to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I got I got a couple of good ones. I just got to scroll down to find them. Oh, and of course, there's an ad. Not subscribing.
Oh, by the way, I haven't told you this yet, but for those who are our active fans, the smelling salts, Aaron loves the smelling salts.
Really?
And he'll just come out sometimes and just be like... And
I mean, they are kind of losing their fucking luster right now. But
when you shake it up and then you wait a minute,
yeah,
and then you do
maybe
it,
add a little more water to it, maybe to like reactivate.
It doesn't. It says on the bottle it only activates once, but if you
really?
shake it up and then wait for 30 seconds, it's still recording. But if you shake the bottle up and then you wait a minute, it builds that pressure back up. And you would just be like,
okay. Yeah, because the when I did it the first time, I shook it up and opened it, like that first pop.
Yeah.
When you reopen it, that one fucking got me. I was like, oh god, yeah, it still works.
Yeah.
And then I closed it up and I tried to get Chris to do it again, and she said it didn't smell all that bad. So I think it's that first pop of it like fermenting in there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool that it still has its fucking give.
Yeah.
So in 1999, Mike Ditka traded his entire future to the Redskins for the rights to draft Ricky Williams.
Wow.
Like all 7 picks and 2 picks the following year after that.
Wow.
So he moved up from 12 to number 5. Threw in the first and the third for the 2000 draft as well. So 1 through 7 for 99 and first and third for 2000.
That's crazy.
Just all of his draft capital for Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams was that fucking guy, though.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, he was the fucking man. Anyways, so the Saints got Ricky Williams. The Redskins, in that same draft, used some of those picks to trade back up, and they got Champ Bailey. They got Derek Smith, who was a guard. I actually looked him up. He had 5 Pro Bowl years, so that's a pretty good fucking pickup.
Yeah.
And then they traded away all their other picks that they got from the Saints that year for the next year picks. And so the next year, they got linebacker LeVar Arrington, who was, 8-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
So they got 3 Pro Bowl caliber players, and then Lloyd Harrison. I don't know who the fuck he is, but they got him in the 3rd round from NC State in 2000. No idea what the fuck he turned into. I didn't look him up, but 3 pretty fucking good Pro Bowlers, 1 Hall of Famer in Champ Bailey for a Ricky Williams that had a pretty good career.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I would never trade him for Champ Bailey, Derek Smith, and LeVar Arrington. Mm-mm. Like, that's not a good fucking trade.
No.
So I'd say the Redskins won that one pretty clear and easy. The next one is somewhat recently. Not really, I guess. I remember this happening, though, when the Falcons traded up to get Julio Jones. They gave away a shit ton of picks. So they traded the Cleveland Browns their 1st, 2nd, 4th round picks in 2011 and a 1st and 4th round selection in 2012 to move up to 6 to snag Julio Jones.
That's cool.
So the Browns, being the fucking Browns, lost that fucking trade in my opinion. Because with those picks, they got Phil Taylor, defensive tackle, who was pretty decent.
Yeah,
not anything crazy. Wasn't not a Hall of Famer.
Not
Not a scrub though.
You'd hear his name on the logo.
It's Landfill.
Yeah,
that was his name. He was just a big guy. He was like the unathletic version of Vince Wilfork.
You can't forget about him, but you don't got to double team him.
Yeah, he was the unathletic version of Vince Wilfork. He was just a big guy that was hard to block. Mm-hmm. Not quite as good as Vince.
Right.
They got Greg Little. I don't know if you remember him.
Not really.
Very mediocre wide receiver. Owen Merrick, the fullback from Stanford. No idea.
No.
Trent Richardson from Alabama. Bust. And then Brandon Weeden, quarterback from Oklahoma State. So they basically got Phil Taylor for Julio Jones.
Yeah, not a good.
Yeah, so the Falcons won that one in my opinion.
Yeah,
which is like
and
kind of
Julio
funny.
Was that guy.
Julio was that guy.
Yeah,
like everyone, and I remember this too because it was my senior year of high school. My senior year of high school, everyone was talking mad shit about him because they were like, "Oh, he went to Bama. He didn't really catch the ball a whole lot because he didn't have a shit ton of yards. He didn't break any records at Bama.
Right.
And he was mainly looked at as like a blocking wide receiver because they had fucking old boy that I just mentioned, the bust out of Bama, the running back.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name now. I just fucking said it. Trent Richardson.
That's right.
So he was blocking for Trent Richardson most of the time. Trent had a very good college career. I don't know how many yards he had, but I remember arguing with all these guys at my high school because they were like, yeah, dude, he's just a blocking wide receiver. I don't know why the fuck they traded up to get him. And I was like, dude, motherfucker's 6'5", or 6'4", and runs a 4.4. Like, if you create a guy on Madden, that's the guy you create.
Right.
Like, that's the fucking dude. You want him 6'4", about fucking 190, 210, somewhere around there, and have him run a sub 4.4. Like, that's pretty fucking good. And Julio, for, the first 8 years of his career as a Pro Bowler, damn near scored a touchdown in every fucking game he was in. And then his later years, he couldn't get a touchdown.
Yards.
Couldn't get a touchdown to save his life.
He had like 10 catches, 152 yards.
And no touchdowns.
No touchdowns.
He just couldn't get in the end zone.
Facing him in fantasy was like, oh no. Okay.
Yeah, well, those are the years that like Cordell Patterson was going off for the Eagles, and they had Mike Turner, the little short running back that they had, Michael Turner.
Yeah,
I think it was Michael Turner.
Sounds right.
That does sound right. My mind, it sounds right. I don't know though. But yeah, so those trades I think are interesting. I'm gonna go back through and look at a couple more for the next time. I'll go over like a couple of like big ones.
Yeah,
we'll see. Because I know there was a big one when the Chargers traded up to get Ryan Leaf. They gave away a bunch of fucking picks too, so I'm curious where that one landed. Oh, there was one other one that I thought was like really fucking even. It was just like it was a pick swap pretty much, and it was between the Falcons and the Chargers, and so they traded. The Falcons traded up for Mike Vick. They got they traded away their first round pick, the 67th pick, the 48th pick, and then a wide receiver named Tim Dwight. I don't know who that is, but so that's what they traded away to get Mike Vick. And the Chargers, with that first overall pick or that first round pick, they drafted LaDainian Tomlinson. That's a pretty even fucking trade.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Chargers might have won there in hindsight. Like, all things considered outside of football. Just because LaDainian, Hall of Famer, never got in any trouble outside of football.
Trading away at first pick's weird, too, because you're like, they could go off.
It's tough. It's so funny. It's so funny looking at the draft. Or they could just be
the worst team like the Panthers were.
Yeah.
And then the Bears get the first overall draft pick. It's crazy.
Dude, it's kind of fucking nuts. Especially, like, imagine trading, like, day of, too. Like, I remember looking... The Patriots held the draft pick that drafted Lamar Jackson. Like, it was their pick at the end of the first round, and they traded it to the Ravens. And I remember watching it live with my buddy, and I remember saying, Lamar Jackson would be sick because we can Aaron Rodgers him and just have him chill behind Brady for a couple of years. Like, hindsight, I don't think Lamar would have wanted to do that.
No.
But... how dope would that have been? Because
Yeah.
we could have moved seamlessly into a new era of run first football.
Let me teach you all of my knowledge, and you have legs.
I think Bill Belichick would still be coaching.
Yeah.
For the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Had that happen.
You guys would probably have 8 now.
There's a Snapchat that comes up every year on my phone, and it's me hammered at the bar watching the draft. And I'm like, I want Lamar. I don't know what everyone else wants, but I want Lamar. And then, like, you see my face as they're like, oh, there's been a trade. I'm like... And then Lamar was drafted. I was like, God damn it.
Right.
The only reason I wanted him, though, is because he had that high school highlight of him. He was sprinting down the sideline, and a guy had a really good angle on him, and he just stopped, and the guy fucking just fell out, and he stepped into the end zone like that. I was like, damn, that guy is something else.
He's real good.
Yeah, I didn't find out that was him until after he had won his MVP already.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Right.
Because, like, sometimes you see clips like that, and you just, like, you kind of forget about who they are. Do you remember, does the name Cody Paul mean anything to you? Mm-hmm. So there was he was like the nastiest 5th grade running back in the country. And his name was Cody Paul, and he had this sick fucking highlight tape on YouTube. It got millions of views. And this was back in, like, 2008, 2009, like when YouTube was, like, fresh.
What was his name?
Cody Paul, wore number 5, red jersey.
Okay.
And he was this little dude, and he would do this and then cut to the side, and like all these little kids would be diving for him. Look up Cody Paul highlight tape, and it'll probably pop up. And his highlight tape starts with the guy goes, ow! And then it's like him running around. It's crazy. anyways, Cody Paul, that guy, he ended up going off. He had like a Darren Sproles style fucking career in college, where he was just like, he never really got super big. He was really quick and shifty. Played for Colorado or something like that way back in the day, or Colorado State. Can't remember where. Somewhere out there. But now he's like a strength and conditioning coach somewhere.
Do you ever remember the name Sam McGuffey?
Why does that sound familiar?
So right around like the 2005, 6, 7 era, that's when he started hurdling motherfuckers. So his highlight tapes are just hurdling kids in high school.
Yeah.
He's a white running back, and he's just so fast and just hurdling everybody. He hurdled so many kids in his highlight tape that Earl hurdled 2 kids in our senior year.
Oh, he took some from him.
Well, he just wanted to do
he's
it.
like, I want to do that.
He wants to, so he did it twice. And he played for the University of Michigan for 1 season and then went to Texas A&M.
Oh,
but,
shit.
yeah, Sam McGuffey was, he was supposed to
He didn't make it to the thing, huh?
No, he wasn't very good. He was, that was 2008. And then he was Texas A&M, Rice, and Houston.
Oh my God, here's the highlight reel. All right, so this is Cody Paul. Okay. Not a sponsor.
What a sick...
What a sick fucking roast beef. Oh, yeah, here it is. This came out 16 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know who this guy was, but I've definitely seen this highlight tape.
I watched this highlight reel a million fucking times when I was in high school.
That's funny.
Like a fucking million. There's one of them, he just makes someone collapse.
I'm going to the NFL.
Yeah, he was too small for the NFL, but
He peaked in high school. I mean, in the fifth
yeah,
grade.
it was funny. So I actually, my most liked comment on TikTok, it was a clip, and someone used that "I'm in this business for terror" song. I was like their sound, and I was like, every time I hear this sound, I think of Cody Paul, and I ended up getting like 3,000 likes on that comment.
This is Sam McGuffey.
Okay,
Just straight-
hurdling motherfuckers.
Just straight hurdling. That's all he would do.
Damn,
He was straight hurdle.
that's funny. Yeah, shout out Cody Paul. He only grew up to be like 5'8". So like, that just sucks. I remember when I was in high school, there's that kid that played running back, Justin Calise. He's like a cop in Louisiana now. I remember he used to bitch at me all the time. He'd be like, dude, if I had your height, I would already be in the league. And I'm like, well, sucks to suck. Because he was like 5'1", something like that. Ran like a fucking 4.39. Something ridiculous in high school. Just fucking insane.
But 4 feet tall.
Yeah, but 4 feet tall. But it was crazy because like nobody could block for him.
Right.
Because he was just too fast. You didn't know where he was going. Like you look back to see him and you're like, oh, okay. Then you go to like engage in someone and he's already like 10 yards that way. It's like, wow. Oops, yeah. Like I can't keep up with him. What the fuck are you supposed to do?
No.
But yeah, I always used to get bitched at all the time because I couldn't dunk very well, but like he could dunk about as much as I could, which was hilarious. I had like a foot on him.
Right.
But yeah, he was wildly athletic. But yeah, the Cody Paul kid was grew up to be like 5'8", and now he's a running back coach or strength and conditioning coach, something like that for some college.
What a guy.
But yeah, he absolutely destroyed every fifth grader ever 16 years ago.
That was me.
Yeah, it was me. You were Cody Paul, and they're like, "Oh, you're number 5. You're fucking."
Want to see my highlight tape?
Yeah.
From Pee Wee.
That's like the mega Earl.
Yeah.
You want to see my Pee Wee football highlight tape?
Yeah.
That must have been fun though, because like I would imagine like not every like Pee Wee football star is gonna be like the fucking man.
No,
because like most of those guys are just like progressed quicker than their counterparts. Like they not like hit puberty first, or maybe hit puberty first, but they just got like their coordination first.
Well, it's kind of like.
Let me get one of those. I left mine upstairs.
It's kind of like.
Was this your last one?
No, I have a whole new case.
Okay.
I keep them things on me.
I was gonna say I got two full ones right now, so if you need some.
No, It's kind of like the same thing when you see when you're watching like younger sports. So you're watching like Pee Wee football, but at those ages, there's like sometimes there's a girl in the mix and she's burning all the boys. Well, yeah, she's killing it right now. But in 4 more years, when everybody's gonna go through puberty, the level field's going to get evened out for her, if not staggered against her, because now they're hitting their top speeds.
Yeah.
And so, like, you see it younger on where you're like, oh, she can keep up with this. And you're like, well, actually, now she can. But that's...
I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I agree with, who was it? It was Pat Beverly or Draymond Green. I can't remember. It was one
like
of the...
Talking about, like, what it would take to...
What it would take to put women in the NBA.
Yeah.
And so you let them play with the boys
Yeah.
at a young age, and you keep them there.
Yeah.
You don't make them play in their own league. You keep them with the boys
the whole time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a couple
Yeah.
that end up making it to the league because they've been conditioned their whole lives to play like that.
Yeah.
They're probably... I don't think there's going to be any bigs that make it to the league unless they're just like a crazy freak 6'10" and can shoot a 3-ball. But like, I don't know. I mean, if you're 7 feet tall, you have a 10% chance of signing an NBA contract anyways.
I'd still say Caitlin Clark probably averaged 12 points a game in the NBA, especially in today's league.
Fucking maybe. I don't know enough about her game. I haven't really watched anything.
The
I'm telling you right now,
problem is-
Russell Westbrook would lock her down.
Yeah, and well,
And that's who's going to be guarding her.
well, yeah. The
And
thing
Russell
is,
Westbrook isn't even the best guard defender in the league.
she'll get some shots off. She'll make those shots, but people are gonna just drive.
Oh yeah,
away.
no, don't get me wrong. If she gets open,
Yeah.
if she gets open, she's gonna make the shots.
Yeah.
She can make shots.
Yes.
She's a great shooter. I don't think she's gonna be able to get open
or drive the lane.
because I don't think De'Aaron Fox. Is she gonna guard De'Aaron Fox?
No,
Is she gonna run the floor with De'Aaron Fox?
no,
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's some fast chicks out there. Caitlin Clark's not known for being a speedster.
no.
She's just a really good shooter and a good facilitator. She's like a slow ass short Lonzo Ball.
Did you see the difference between the Chicago and her press release from the first day?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
She's got a red carpet and they ran one of those big mom.
There's
things.
like 4 people at the other one, and she's wearing sweats. She's like,
She walked into like a high school gym with nobody in the audience,
Yeah.
and she just goes, "Hi."
they had a couple camping chairs set up in front for her to sit on.
Yeah, it was like a table, and she was just like, "Hi, everyone," and I was just like, and here's the thing too, like, so Caitlin Clark, she got drafted first overall. She literally got the red carpet treatment. She had a red carpet rolled out for her. She was in one of those fancy vehicles taking her to and from places. They better do this next year for whoever they pick.
You know what's funny about it is I don't think it's going to happen unless someone makes waves like Caitlin Clark did. 'Cause, I mean, Caitlin Clark has the hero's story. Like, she lost the year before to her, rivals, and then she came back and beat the dog shit out of them.
Yeah.
And that's why she was drafted number 1 overall. Like, it's not only is it her skill, it's the story behind it as well. She's also a little Iowa girl, and she wanted to go to UConn. She loved UConn. She had UConn posters all over her wall, and then they didn't even invite her, or they didn't even like send a scout out to go scout her. I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. I don't know how good she was in high school.
Really good.
I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was great.
Yeah.
But it's wild that, like, because what was she? Was she ranked? As far as, I guess I'll look it up. Caitlin Clark's high school ranking.
She had to be
Because
up
if she was a top 5 prospect and the number 1 women's basketball school in the country didn't send a scout out to go see her, that's crazy.
There's another college athlete that just transferred to Iowa to play basketball there, and what is it? I was like, that's a really good move because they got a really good player now, and they're missing that really big player for that organization and program. But yeah, it's gonna be weird to see. I think it's gonna be weird to see the WNCAA basketball because this is the most I've ever paid attention to it because they've had like 6 people with big names, and now I don't know anybody else who's playing in the entire league.
That's funny. Where is this? Okay. Okay, so she was a top 5 in the country. Her overall rank was 4, and her position rank was number 2. ESPN Scout Grade gave her a 98 out of 100, 5-star. So she was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, and the number 1 college in the country didn't come out to scout her. Didn't send anyone out to go see her.
Wild.
That's insane. That's a fucking villain origin story if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Anyways, I don't think anyone else is gonna. Like, I don't know any other names other than the chicks that were drafted
That's
this
what
year.
I'm saying.
Like, I don't even remember the chick's name from LSU. I know there was 2 of them at LSU that were really good. One of them was Angel Reese, and then I don't know the other one. The other one was really good too. I just don't know.
She transferred from Louisville.
Yeah.
And now she left to go. She's playing for another team next year.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little spicy.
Moving on from women's basketball.
Basketball.
I have a couple things, but this one, the Middle Asian government built a monumental beach house in honor of Kento Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, really?
So what I love most about foreign countries and TV shows is when prominent characters in my life die, and I'm like, oh, that's so shitty. And this is crazy. They'll build like monuments or statues of that character in their real life society, and Middle Asia's the next government to do so. So I don't know. This isn't the real stuff, guys. No, we're good.
No, this will be a studio at some point.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's recorded. Yeah, I mean, we're still getting volume, so.
I'm sure we're all right.
Yeah. But I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I mean, it's their pop culture is what it is, because it's like anime is way more popular over there than it is here. I mean, maybe we're like neck and neck at this point in the world, but I mean, that's what they watch. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's like Japanese TV shows, like live action TV shows, but like, gotta imagine. I mean, those Crunchyroll numbers don't fucking lie.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yesterday was my brother's birthday, which was crazy too, because it was the.
How old is he now? 36?
Yeah. 35 years ago, yesterday, premiered the first episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because people were like, "Oh, it happened."
I didn't know that the anime was older than me. That's insane.
Yeah,
like I knew it was like huge.
We didn't get it.
But...
We didn't get it till the 90s.
Oh,
it premiered in Japan in like I think 86, 87.
Oh, and then it took them like 4 or 5 years to get here.
I think it took 9 years to get here. Almost.
9 years? Okay, because I was going to say, I don't remember seeing it until like the late-ish 90s, like 96, 97.
Yeah, that's when it first came out.
Because that's when Toonami was a fucking big bussin' thing.
It was, Toonami had Dragon Ball Z.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it did have Sailor Moon, and then it had...
Samurai Jack was...
and then... For a while, when Toonami went away, but they had this one show called Code Lyoko, and it was awful, but I watched it all the time.
I remember Code Lyoko.
They all had giant heads.
Yeah, was that the little yellow dude with the giant head?
They all had giant heads.
The main guy was... maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
So this guy, the main guy in this show, has a huge forehead and like brown hair. There's a female that's his love interest. There's another kid who's a little goofier who wears purple and has a spiky mohawk. And then there's a girl that lives within the game.
I was thinking of Xiaolin Showdown.
Oh, Xiaolin Showdown was great.
Yeah, the little yellow head guy. That's the guy I was thinking of.
The Krillin.
Yeah, the Krillin. Yeah.
And there's the cowboy with the lasso and rope.
Yeah. That little fucking guy was the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Because you said big head, and I was like, oh, it's gotta be Xiaolin Showdown.
They're all bigger than his head.
Oh, crazy.
If you look up Code Lyoko.
What is it, Code Lyoko?
I don't know. CODE. And then LEOKO. I don't know how else to spell it, but all those characters have giant...
Oh, I remember this, bro. That animation was so bad.
Yeah, so...
I remember that. Yo, I'm going to screenshot this. I just watched like the first episode of an anime with Scotty the other day. The animation on this anime was exactly that animation. And I told him I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's awful. It's so bad. And he goes, yeah, but it gets better after like 3 seasons. I was like, I'm not going to watch it for 3 seasons.
Yeah, that show was a bunch of middle schoolers that lived at a school, like boarding school, and they would
hack... Oh my God, they made a live action version of it?
I don't know if that's real. Probably in their...
Code Lyoko Evolution, TV series 2013.
That was probably in Japan or something.
It looks like it might have been.
But basically, they would hack themselves into a video game, and they would have to beat the level. And then if they didn't beat the level, then that virus could escape into the real world. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I'll screenshot that so you can put it up on the fucking pod. Fucking good one. Oh man, I got a couple of I guess we'll stick with TV shows. Boys season 4 is filmed and edited, ready to go.
Nice.
Ready to come out whenever the fuck their drop day is. They're good to go. I guess I'll skip back to Drake May. So, did you know that Drake May has a brother that plays European basketball?
No.
His name is Luke May, and he averages like 20-something points a game. And on the day before draft day, he flew home to watch the draft with the fam. Here it is. Luke May travels 6,000 miles for Drake May's draft night. Luke May, currently playing pro basketball in Japan, made sure to have his agents at Tandem U negotiate a clause into his contract that would allow him to travel back to the U.S. mid-season for the NFL draft. So he wrote it into his contract that he was going to be able to come back home and see his brother get drafted, like be with him. Yeah. So he averages 21.7 points and 10.6 rebounds. So he averages a double-double in Japan.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking impressive.
Nick Minerath just three-peated in his championship league playing for a Saudi Arabian team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, speaking of football...
he's 6'8".
That's pretty tall.
Damn. That's pretty good.
We didn't get to talk about Guardian caps yet.
Oh, we didn't get to talk. I didn't even write that one down, dude.
I had Guardian caps written. I'm like, what's a Guardian cap?
So I knew what it was because I've seen them in like spring training. I've seen them. Yeah, I didn't know what they were called.
Yeah.
I as soon as they said Guardian cap, I was like, oh, it's those stupid fucking pillow helmets.
It goes over your helmet.
Yeah, it's like a sleeve that's like the
padded
little gel pads that go over your helmet. I don't give a shit. I'm all for it. If the players want to wear them, they're going to be optional, and I'm sure like. If I was an offensive lineman, I would rock one because they're fucking slamming heads all the fucking time. If I'm a wide receiver, I'm not adding extra weight to my shit. I might do it if I'm Derrick Henry. That guy, it's only going to help him, I guess.
And then you're leading with your helmet.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't do that anymore.
No.
That's a defenseless defender.
Yeah.
That's that Adrian Peterson rule, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
I think it'll be just wild to see because
the old school like football watcher, by old school I mean early 2000s. Like I miss those big hits, and I think if they cut back on some of like the leading with the helmet shit and then made those mandatory, I would be 100% on board. Like if they made it to where you could like spearhead people now, but like you had to wear like a fucking like a horseshoe collar and the padded helmet or something like that. I don't know. But, I mean, they're good for the players. They cut down on preseason concussions by like 50% or something crazy.
Yeah, and Roger Goodell was saying he wants to get rid of preseason altogether.
That's wild.
And just add an extra game to an 18-week season with 2 bye weeks.
That's insane. I don't know how much I like that. I like the preseason just because it gives the rookies an opportunity.
I think you just do 1 preseason game. Or
yeah,
2.
I'm okay with just 1 or like 2 maybe.
2.
Like... I don't even care. I like 4. Like I'm okay with the 4 because like
3.
I like how it goes because you're allowed to have like 85 people on your roster for the first game, and then it cuts down, and then it cuts down, and then it cuts down, and then it's 55 or 56, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I like those guys getting an opportunity to
showcase
earn their roster spot in a live action game, not just like in practice.
Yeah.
Because like you can practice all you fucking want. Shit changes. Like, you know, everyone's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. That's kind of like how it is in football too. Like you can practice a play however the fuck you want, but if that linebacker is just all of a sudden in the A gap, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Right.
Like that should be what their shit's based off of. Like I don't give a fuck about the practices. Like practice is cool. Played well in practice.
Talking about practice?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Practice is cool. I love that you're playing well in practice, but like I like seeing the preseason games. I know there's only like a small fraction of guys on the field that are actually trying their hardest during preseason. Because like Tom Brady never really showed out in preseason. Like he would try a couple of things, 3 or 4 drives a game, whatever. But like it gives the new guys an opportunity to come out and showcase.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing. I don't think they should get rid of it altogether. I'm not gonna like hate it if they get rid of it. But I do like the preseason games because like where else am I gonna be able to watch like Joe Milton and Drake May start and finish like 3 or 4 drives?
Right.
You know, like they're not going to do that mid-season. They're going to be locked into their position.
Yeah.
And if they do that, there's fucking turmoil. You know, but yeah. I don't know. I like preseason games. Did you see the Rams' new practice field that they put out?
No.
It's I'll send you this pic too, if I can find it. There it is. It's on the beach outside of their facility.
That's dope.
Right? That's pretty fucking cool.
That's super dope.
Like, I love that. And
Yeah.
at first when I saw it, I thought it was like a gimmicky thing for like a tourist thing, but it's like legit they just added another practice facility and it's a full 100-yard field.
Hey guys, we're gonna go
On the
practice
beach.
on the beach,
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
and you can run in the sand.
Yeah, you can do sprints in the sand if you fuck up. Like, instead of fucking, doing it down and back, you're just like, hey, do a lap around the field.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking, oh my God. Running in the sand fucking sucks.
Yes.
But, I mean, it's going to be better for, like, the players, too, because, like, instead of, like, doing those sprints on the field, they can do them in the sand, so it's going to be less impact on all their joints and shit. It's going to be fucking awesome. But, yeah, the Rams practice field is fucking badass. I think it's cool as shit. I like it a lot.
I heard this on the highlight for the Butterly show, but do you know those Amazon walkout stores?
Oh, yeah. There's, like, no employees. You
Yeah.
just, like, walk in and scan your shit and leave.
You
Or,
just-
like, it scans it as you throw it in the cart or whatever. Yeah.
So they they're ditching that.
People are stealing shit.
No. It turns out that what I thought was just AI and technology at this point, it was thousands of people from India watching a camera feed. And just
What?
So that's what their technology was based on. So I saw it on a clip from the Butterly show.
Well, they take over, like, an AT&T call center or something.
So it'd be like 1,000 people from India just like all watching TV screens and just being like, oh, this, and just punching it in and letting them know, like, so it wasn't, oh my God, this computer and technology that you can just read what you're doing. No, it's just a bunch of people watching them. He got the cord.
Oh my God.
Put the
I
cord.
imagine that looks like fucking Wall Street. Like,
Yeah.
everyone making trades and everyone's screaming with phones in their hand and there's shit ringing in the background. Like,
Yeah.
Skittles.
Sour Skittles. He put them back.
No, they were Skittles.
He put
they
them
were
back.
red.
Yeah.
Like, they were just fucking arguing with each other.
Yeah, but I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. I didn't know that. I thought it was just scanned.
I thought it was like
Like, I knew they had cameras everywhere, but I thought they were just set up with.
I thought
fucking
it's like
scanners,
you
I
just
guess.
put
I
it
don't
in the
know.
bag and then you
Yeah, and it like
leave.
scanned it as you threw it in the bag, and then as you walk out, it's like, oh, it scans your cart, and this is what you put in your cart.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They just
thought it
assigned
was-
them numbers, and there were people just fucking.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome.
Hilarious.
That is so funny.
100%. And I Googled it afterwards and I found the article that they referenced, so hilarious.
So I got two more things. I got a golf thing. So you heard about that 15-year-old that's going off, right?
Yeah.
So his name is Miles Russell. 15 years old. He's the youngest player ever to make the cut at a Korn Ferry Tour event, which is pretty fucking crazy. Oh man, did I not save his fucking thing? Damn, I didn't save this fucking thing. It's in my my Instagram likes. Anyways, he ended up not making the cut. He placed like he made the cut, but he placed like 20th at like -4 for the weekend. I'm gonna get like the hardcore numbers here in a second, but he played really fucking well for a 15-year-old at a fucking Korn Ferry Tour event.
Mm-hmm.
And his yardages are just fucking insane too. Oh God, where's it at? Oh, there it is. The first one. 15-year-old Miles Russell shot a 70 on Friday. He's -4 total through 2 days and will likely miss the cut. Okay, so there it is. At the Veritix Bank Championship on the Korn Ferry Tour. I played 6 rounds against the pros, finished in the top 20, went -18 total for those 6 rounds. And just played fucking lights out for a 15-year-old. Like, that's pretty fucking good. He's playing against a bunch of 18 to 30-year-olds on the Korn Ferry Tour, all trying to get their fucking shit.
Not even in his prime yet.
Not even close to his fucking prime, which is badass. So they put out a list of his stock yardages. Do you want to guess them, or you want me to just tell you?
Like for drives?
All of them.
Oh.
Driver through 60.
Go ahead.
All right, so driver, I guess I'll start low. His 60, he hit stock 94 yards.
Wow.
Pretty fucking long for a 60 degree. Like, I could probably get mine to go 100, but
Yeah.
I'll be hitting it thin.
Yeah.
Sand wedge goes 113. Gap wedge goes 127. Pitching wedge goes 143. 9 iron 157. 8 iron 168. 7 iron 184. 6 iron 195. 5 iron 212. 4 iron 226. 5 wood 248. 3 wood 270. Driver 285.
Wow.
Stock yardage.
That's
That's
crazy.
not through his shoes. That's nice, easy, fluid swing.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
That's good.
Dude's a stud. Miles Russell, fucking stud.
Yeah.
He did a couple. He did a YouTube thing with the good guy, that Garrett, whatever his name is, guy, the scratch golfer that he hit like a hole in one and went super viral.
Yeah.
He hit like a hole in one in Albatross all in like one weekend. Something fucking nuts. But he played around with him, and Miles fucking shit on him. And Miles was talking about how there's a dude at his home club that he plays with pretty regularly. He's a 2 handicap, and he gives him 14 strokes. So he's playing against a 2 handicap scratch golfer.
Yeah.
Gives him fucking 14 stroke through 18, and he regularly beats him.
That's wild.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That kid's great at golf.
Yeah, it is.
He's looking like he's better than fucking Charlie right now, which is insane. Imagine if that kid had Tiger teaching him everything.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking crazy. Maybe Tiger's not that great of a coach.
But he's got the genes.
Just got the genes. I got another golf thing. So the for world rankings for golf, they have like a point system, and it goes off of like, cuts made, tournaments won, blah blah blah, all that shit. So as of right now, Scotty Scheffler's lead in the world rankings over number 2 Rory McIlroy is bigger than McIlroy's lead over number 784 Tiger Woods.
That's wild.
So he's got there's a bigger point gap between 2 and 1 than there is 2 and Tiger.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just how much of a better golfer he is than everyone else right now.
Yeah.
Because for a while it was like him and John Rahm for like that 1.5 2 year stretch. They were going back and forth getting tourneys, but this year's fucking Scotty's year.
Yeah. John's
not keeping up, which I think is pretty interesting. The other thing that I had that I thought was pretty cool was Tommy Fleetwood caddied for his stepson at a Korn Ferry event.
That's cool.
And he won.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy Fleetwood's like, top 30 in the world or whatever the fuck he is. And he's just out there carrying a bag for his fucking wife's kid. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he won. The other golf thing I have that's pretty dope, I'm sure you already know this. So there's 5 players all time that have completed the Modern Career Grand Slam. And that's winning all the majors.
Yeah.
Some guy named Sarazen. Don't know who that is.
Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods.
Hogan, Nicholas Woods, and Gary
Phil?
Player.
Oh, yeah, no. Phil hasn't won a British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So only 2 players have done it multiple times, and that's Nicholas and Woods. Both of them have done it 4 times. And only 1 player has held all 4 majors at the same time, and that's fucking Tiger.
Yeah.
Because that was his, 04, 05 stretch. Yeah, he
Just
came back and won them all.
Winning everything.
Back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
And then he won another Masters after that. Fucking insane, dude. I'm sure it's probably happened before. Who puts the fucking jacket on Tiger when he goes back to back?
One of the club pros.
Just someone who's one of the staff members.
It's either the owner / it's the head of it's either the head of the Augusta or it's a golfer of his choice.
I would have made Phil do it.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. That would have been a little slight fucking fuck you, dude.
Yeah, the only other thing I had today, video games have been taking a weird turn.
Okay.
With Ubisoft. Like the new Star Wars game that just came out, you had to pay $140 or it goes to $70 is the base game package. Like the more expensive, the middle, and then the most expensive. So if you wanted to play a mission, even if you would have paid $100 to play 3 days early, you still wouldn't have had that mission unlocked. You had to pay the extra fee to get that mission unlocked. Ubisoft's also taking video games off of people's libraries that they've already bought, like The Crew. which was a game where you could drive across America with your boys.
Yeah.
They're just pulling it from, even if you paid for it, they're just pulling it from your library. They're also
Are they shutting down the servers on them, or are they just pulling them?
They're just pulling the game so you can't even like play it. They're just taking it off.
Oh, wow.
And so they're also saying like gamers should get used to not owning games. So there's this huge like thing with Ubisoft trying to do a monthly subscription to only Ubisoft games, and then they can pull.
I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I like this subscription option. I don't want them to take the option of me picking and choosing which games I want to buy from them.
Yeah, that you would have to subscribe.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so people are mad about that. But more recently, Escape from Tarkov, which was a $60 game, you could pay for the more expensive version, essentially. And they were like, yeah, we're going to give you everything that comes out with the game. They just came out with an Ultimate Edition. It's $250.
Tarkov?
Yes. So that will give you everything no matter what from now on, even though they've already promised that to the people who purchased previous bundles with that same incentive. And then so they
sold a bundle before and they're like, you're going to get everything with this, and
Yeah.
now they're like, this one is the one you're going to get everything.
And so then they said you'll get it eventually, maybe, to all those other people. So and then also, if you already have the game and you don't pay to play, the people who pay that $250 will get the servers before. Essentially, they'll get server preference and you won't. It should still, yeah. So essentially, if you pay the $250, you get to keep your weapons when you die. You get all this bonus stuff. But if you're just, hey, I bought the game, I still have it, I enjoy it, you don't get server preference. So basically, they're fucking up hardcore right now. So right now, I think we get the games we want, but they're not great.
Yeah.
And I think that if you really look at games over the last 5 years compared to 2010, probably 2000, I'd say 2006 to 2010, probably the most pristine games that we ever got released.
That was, yeah, I would extend that. I think we
Maybe
talked about that
2000,
before.
yeah.
I would extend it to maybe like 13, 14 as well.
Maybe like 06 through 14.
Because like 05 is when I got my 360. Because even like you can go back earlier than that too. Because those like the first gen Xbox games were fucking dope.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, they were,
Because those were the that was the San Andreas. That was your Halo 1.
They were all completed games. Now you're
yeah.
getting, here's a $70 game, but you're not going to get everything with it unless you pay $90.
Yeah,
So-
I saw a meme that it like equated that to like the fast food menus nowadays. Because like back in the day, they had like the value menu, and you can get like a double bacon cheeseburger with avocado for like $1.99, and that's what it came with. Nowadays, it's $5.99 for the burger, and then an extra $4 for the bacon, extra bucks for the avocado, extra bucks for the cheese.
It's like,
and that's pretty much what it is. So you get like the base vanilla bullshit game.
The 5-layer
for
burrito
$60.
used to be $1.29, and now it's $5.
It was 89 cents
Yeah.
when it first came out. Yeah, 89 cents, and now it's $5.99.
Yeah.
I saw that meme yesterday, and it was like, remember what they took from you.
Yeah, so right now, video game companies are getting real greedy.
Yeah, they are, and they're getting away with it too. Because, I mean, we're pretty like set in our ways as far as like games are concerned. Like we fuck with Apex pretty heavy.
But
Fortnite's been
I'm almost
coming around.
done buying new games.
I
Except
think
for
I am
NCAA.
too. Yeah, like except for like the premier ones that come out. Obviously, like I mean, Cyberpunk, we had to be a part of that wave,
Even
and
though
Cyberpunk was dope because. And I think also while you're playing
Fallout.
I think I'm gonna roll back into Cyberpunk into my old save game
Nice.
and fuck up all the new shit that they got.
Nice.
Because I mean, I've been looking for like you've been looking for a single player game to like grind out and play out, and Fallout's perfect for you because you've never touched it.
Yeah.
And the show's out and it's popular right now, and they just got all their new texture packs.
I
and all that
downloaded
cool
the pack
shit.
last night.
Yeah, good. I deleted it last night because I tried to download the pack. The game went from a 35 gig game to a 65 gig game.
Yeah.
So I deleted it.
Yeah.
And I also downloaded Far Cry 5 so I could play games with Cody Barrett because he's grinding that out. He's on his fucking leave right now, and
Nice.
that game it's multiplayer. Mm-hmm. Have you played any of the Far Cries? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're pretty fucking fun.
Yeah,
they're like scavenger
I downloaded
style.
4 or 5 on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I played like 2 hours of it, and I was like, it's a pretty good game, but I just don't want to play
It's
it.
pretty good, and I always thought that it would be just like Assassin's Creed. I always thought it would be more fun if you could do it with a homie.
Yeah.
And so now in Far Cry 6, you can literally play through, like, it's not like an online PvP thing.
No, it's playing
a campaign.
linear story.
Yeah, it's like fucking, like, what old school couch co-op used to be. But, via
That's dope.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I fuck with it pretty heavy. But, yeah, I got to make room on my Xbox for Cyberpunk. And we can do, like, a solo player
I just
thing.
transferred Madden for now.
I want to do a 24-hour stream one of these fucking weekends.
Well, Memorial Day, May, I have that week off.
Okay.
So
Maybe we'll plan it then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll plan it then. Because that's going to be a big one. Because we can grind out like 3-4 hours of just like solo player doing separate shit for a little bit.
Yeah, we got
and
golf
just
now.
bullshit while we're fucking, yeah. And then golf's going to eat up like 4 or 5 hours. Apex is good for, 3 or 4.
An hour at a time.
Yeah, an hour at a time chopped up throughout the fucking night. Chell's the same thing. Yeah, we got a couple other games. Stardew Valley helped out a lot on our the last one we did. And
For
I
sure.
think we only went to like 18 hours or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do want to do another one, and I think it would be fun to do like a little solo player grind. It would be dope if we waited until after college football came out.
For sure. I mean, we
Because
can
that
always
would
do
be
another one.
that would be a fun.
I
Because
can
we
always-
could even do our own. Like I know we want to do like a thing where we play against like our homies. We have like a
Yeah,
fucking
but
6
we can do our
man.
Heisman or our own little.
We could even do like our own. Like we both take over Michigan and we recruit players together. And like one of us plays quarterback, the other guy plays wide receiver, the other things, and then calls defensive plays.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a fun playthrough, and we could probably get through like 8 hours of that. Like
Too
as
easy.
long as we don't get fucking tired of
I'll
it.
probably take off that weekend.
Yeah,
So if it
I'm
releases
thinking
on Thursday, then-
yeah, we shouldn't open up
No, I'm just
with
saying.
a 24-hour stream on that, but
Yeah.
I am down to grind it out for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably if it's released on a Wednesday night, probably because if you early access, I'll
Yeah.
probably take off Thursday, Friday, just
because
so
we're gonna do the single player Heisman shit
yeah,
first weekend. Like that has to be the first game mode you play because
Yeah.
that's the best game mode ever.
yeah, play a few games of the Heisman and then play each other.
Yeah, obviously. I think that'd be a good bet. What are you making? What's your first guy?
Quarterback,
Yeah, you have to.
and then
Has to be a
running
quarterback.
back,
Michigan quarterback.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know where I'm going to play. I think I'm going to do what I used to do and look at the rosters and see who has the best wide receivers, the best young
hopefully
wide
they'll let you
receivers.
play in high school again, and then get drafted.
Yeah, because that was the dope thing before, because they let you play like 4 or 5 games. Like they let you play like your high school football, like your last game
Your
of the
colors.
season. Yeah, you got to change your colors, your team name, your field. You got to it was super like interchangeable with everything. But yeah, you got to play like your last game of the season, then you got to play through like the high school playoffs, and then you win state, and then it's like, oh, now you got all these offers. Who do you want to go with?
Right.
I'm very excited for that game, and I almost want to make my first playthrough really hard, and like not pick the team that's got the best wide receiver prospects, and go with like I don't know, like Tulane or Air Force or something like that, like just like something dumb, and just try to win the Heisman at the Air Force Academy or something stupid. I think that'd be fun, but it would also be really fucking hard because all your linemen are gonna be fucking like 68 overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, super hyphy for college football.
For sure.
It's gonna be a fun game.
I have to rip this.
All right, let's call it.
So
then.
hard.
Let's call it then.
Super hard. Bye. Yeah, that was an hour.